got better music.
Yeah, we do.
If that doesn't want you to get in here and start betting some money, I don't know what does.
It makes me want to do a lot of things, most of which are illegal because I feel like I'm in the 70s.
But it's not illegal here anymore.
Well, that's not exactly what I was talking about, but we're not going to get into that. Welcome in to PHNX Bets Daily. My name's Shawn DePaz.
Woo,
woo, woo, woo. I'm your host for today. Joined as once a week at this point.
It's becoming a thing.
Kind of becoming a thing. The one, the only, Steve Peters.
Let's go.
Petey, how you doing?
You know what? I'm good. I watched a lot of baseball over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I know we're going to talk a lot of baseball. I'm still waiting to start betting on hockey.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too. I made a decent amount of money live betting the Arizona Coyotes last year.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to doing that on BetMGM. I'm looking forward to betting on baseball. Hopefully the Diamondbacks can start winning so I can bet on them. Also looking forward to betting on some fighting. Unfortunately, you can't.
It was a hockey game. It looked like a hockey game.
It did look like a hockey game.
They squared off. In baseball, I would say this. There's a lot of talk.
Yeah.
About we're all coming. I'm coming out of the bullpen.
And then they all kind of just stand there
and look at each other. Yeah. But this time, buddy, they squared off. Arms up, squared up.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Tim Anderson-Jose Ramirez, a little bit of fisticuffs over the weekend in the White Sox-Guardians game. I don't know. It was kind of weird. Jose Ramirez slid into second. Tim Anderson kind of just stood over him, kind of straddled over him for a little bit. Damon is currently looking into the thing for his charger. His charger is here, just so he knows. But yeah, they squared up, and you don't see that very often. You see fights, but it's kind of just like a mad
tackle and everything. They tackle and
no, Tim Anderson threw the gloves off. He put him up. Jose Ramirez put him up. They started throwing him, and next thing you know, Jose Ramirez catches him right on the chin with the right hook, and Tim Anderson's ass was on the dirt. He was knocked out.
Even money. Well, I would have taken Anderson in that.
I would have taken Anderson because as soon as he threw the gloves on, he put him up, and I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker!"
He had some reach.
He's ready.
I don't know if this is true, but I saw something on Twitter that was like Tim Anderson really decided to put it up against somebody that literally ran away from cartels when he was growing up.
I don't know much about Jose Ramirez's life growing up.
Sneaky right hook.
But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not messing with those Dominican boys. David Ortiz got his ass shot and survived. I'm not messing with none of them.
Yeah, it made it. You know what? I will say it made the game exciting.
It did make the game exciting because you don't get a whole lot of excitement out of the American League Central, especially if you're the Arizona Diamondbacks. I guess you do if you're a Twins fan.
Wait, what happened?
This weekend.
What happened? Didn't they get this new pitcher supposed to be really good at closing? And
that's what happened, Petey, is what happened. The Arizona Diamondbacks swept by the Minnesota Twins over the weekend.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, yeah. Petey referencing new closer Paul Sewald in his first save opportunity for the Arizona Diamondbacks did not save the game. Well, he saved it for the Minnesota Twins, gave up 2 home runs. And pissed that game away for the Arizona Diamondbacks. As the Arizona Diamondbacks did all weekend, pissing the game away. The Arizona Diamondbacks lost 6 straight now. It's all bad, all very, very bad.
So this is legit. Since the All-Star break, this is the worst team in all of baseball.
Yes.
All of baseball.
Yes.
The worst team.
Quite literally all
the
baseball.
worst team. I'm going to emphasize the worst team. 6 straight losses. And yet, they tease you and tickle you a little bit. They're a game and a half out of the wild card.
Yeah, that's the most outrageous and most frustrating part.
I figured out the story. This is really random, but when he was 13 years old, he was playing in a baseball game in the Dominican Republic that was being heavily bet on, and he had to run home away from the bettors that had lost their money.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with the dude.
Dude.
Wouldn't mess with the dude.
And whenever you think your life is tough, remember that you live in the United States and things are crazy outside of this country sometimes.
Herd chef.
Game
and a half.
But yeah,
so
machetes and guns.
They can turn this shit around. They've got the players to do it. They just, you know what it is? And I said this in hockey. Losing is contagious and so is winning.
Yeah.
When you start losing, it's hard to get out of that hole because you're always waiting. They're sitting there in the 8th inning going, what's going to happen today? They get the lead in the 9th inning, and it's still like, what's going to happen next?
At no point does a lead feel safe anymore. It doesn't really matter.
And yet, if they get that one win, and somebody, Corbin Carroll throws them on their back, and he gets that one win, then you're going to go, it's going to catch
And we're
fire,
like,
and it's going to be fun going to the ballpark again, and it's going to be smiles and happy, and then it's going to be the hoo-hoo on second base.
Yeah,
all that shit's coming back.
No, 100%.
And it's so close.
Yeah.
You got to get a win soon.
Like I was saying to Jacob right before the show, like in my mind, the Diamondbacks are undoubtedly like a better team than the Minnesota Twins. You watch this series, I don't think it was really had anything to do with the Minnesota Twins being like a just markedly better team than the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Arizona Diamondbacks just kind of their offense sucked, and B, obviously, and yesterday they pissed away.
And what we said about the Twins are winning, and the Twins are finding a way. And you could see when Max Kepler hits the home run, the smiles on the faces, and that right now they're a team that believes versus a team that doesn't.
Yeah.
Can you explain something to me that John said?
Yes.
John said Anderson Ramirez, which I understand, and the Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight. Could somebody, and I don't want the show to run too long, can somebody explain the Pauls to me? Like, were they boxers that became influencers that became really good boxers, or were they influencers?
They were influencers
first.
Yeah, they were big
dicks.
YouTubers. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're from Cleveland. They're big YouTubers. I mean, they're from Cleveland, which is about all you need
so that was first?
Yeah, so they were big. I mean, they were like big time high school wrestlers, I believe. Like
they're legit.
Yeah, they're athletes. They were wrestlers in high school, maybe in college. So they have a little bit of like athlete. It's not like you and I.
But they haven't been boxing AAU since they were like 10.
No. They have not been like lifelong boxers. Logan Paul currently is in the WWE.
I know.
He does a lot of that stuff. And then
That's
Jake
unreal.
Paul is currently fighting
Jake Paul,
guys that don't box.
He beats people up.
Yeah, no, Jake Paul, like that's the one thing I think people don't understand is Jake Paul is like some talent. He's not a complete joke. Oh yeah, all text, huge Vine guy over here. Yeah, they were big Viners, big YouTubers. But yeah, they're not necessarily.
I just didn't know which came first, chicken or egg, and now I get it. Wow, it's impressive then.
It is.
I don't care what you're.
If
you're an influencer and you kick somebody's ass like that's impressive.
Yeah, no.
I don't care if they're boxers
and it's
or
not
not.
even just that to me. It's the fact that he even like he's rich. He doesn't need to be doing any of this. It's not like he's rich off of fighting. Like he just did this because he. I mean, he's making significantly more money off of this, but still, at this point, he doesn't need to be doing this.
I didn't mean to take us away from.
No. It's very interesting to talk about. Because you can bet on that stuff too. You can bet on baseball. You can bet on this. You can bet on damn near anything. And if you're going to do it, you're going to do it on the BetMGM Sportsbook app. It's the best sportsbook app in the planet. They're just handing out free bets all the time. If you log in this Friday, they're going to give you a free bet because they do it every Friday. All you got to do, log in at any point this weekend, next weekend, the weekend after that. You'll just get a free bonus bet on the house. Place it on anything you want. Place it on some futures. You can place it on. I had my bonus bet last week. I placed it on I think it was plus 1100 draw between Logan Paul and Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. Didn't hit obviously, but that's what the bonus bets are for. You throw them on something long odds. If it hits, it's just it's like winning the lottery. You gotta love it. But you can only do that if you're signed up for BetMGM. So if you're not signed up for BetMGM, do it with bonus code PHNX. There's a few different offers depending on where you live, but for our Arizona audience, place your first bet offer and receive up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if it loses. Check out the show notes for full details, and now listen to Shano talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-522-4700 Nevada. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Kansas, Nevada, New York, or Ontario.
Ontario. There is baseball being played in Ontario today. The Blue Jays play. Diamondbacks are off today. Thank the heavens. They need.
So they can't lose. They can't lose a game in the ninth. The bullpen cannot lose another game for them today.
They cannot. I mean, well, I'm sure they can find a way because that's the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen. But
only the Diamondbacks could lose a game on a day they don't play.
But yeah, they're off today. Thank God, because they need a day off.
Is the Diamondback show off today? PHNX _Diamondbacks?
Never. It's
so Monday. They are going to talk a lot about these things.
Yes.
And more.
Yes, we'll talk a lot about the Diamondbacks.
Whose fault it is. That's what I want to know. Exactly. I'll tune in.
1 p.m. Mailbag Monday. Tune in for that. But there is plenty of baseball being played nonetheless, including your Twinnies. They did not get off today. So do you want to get into your picks? Let's throw out Petey's picks for today.
And this is where we talk about the teams that are winning keep winning. Yeah. The Twins right now are feeling it. I'm going to say not a wagon because they are in the worst division of baseball. That would be in nearly last place if they were in the East, but they are luckily for them in the Central. They've won 4 straight.
Yeah.
They're feeling it right now. I like them going into Detroit. Detroit's lost 1 in a row, 3-7 in their last 10. I think the Twins are a team that plays very well in Detroit. Their offense is clicking right now. Max Kepler is in fuego if you watch the Diamondbacks games. I like the Twins this one. I'm going to take the Twins money line -175, but I'm going to go ballsy, and I'm going to take them. I'm actually going to take the spread at -1.5, so I can get a little plus money on them. So either way you feel it, I'm feeling they're going to play well. And I'm going to say the same thing with the Blue Jays. When you talk about the Blue Jays, they've won 3 in a row right now, and I like teams that are winning, and they're going into Cleveland. Cleveland's lost 2 in a row. Cleveland's pitching crew staff is completely decimated from the trade deadline and injuries. I like the Blue Jays -1.5 plus 115 on that one as well.
I like it a lot. I really, really like that Twinnies pick because I have it too. Twins money line. They're feeling good. Obviously, coming off a series where they coming off a sweep of the Diamondbacks. Tigers are just tragic. Divisional game in a bad division where every game kind of means a lot. And they've got their best pitcher, Pablo Lopez, on the mound. So I'm going with the Twins. Padres money line. I hate the Dodgers. I think that's the big part of this. And also, it's kind of a matchup thing. Gonsolin on the mound. His peripherals are just not great. And the Padres have been playing decent baseball. They've been hitting the baseball really well. So I'm taking the Padres money line. And then the Sox, -1.5. Brian Bello on the mound. That's really all there is to that for me. When Brian Bello's on the mound, I bet on the Boston Red Sox.
My surprise face there.
Yeah, I know. We mentioned Pablo.
Get out your wallet.
Yeah, get out the wallet. Every cent you have.
Pablo Lopez.
Take your kids' college savings.
Buddy,
take
that's
out
been gone
another
a long time ago.
mortgage. Don't tell the wife and put it on Pablo Lopez K's. Petey.
Buddy, you look at his last start, he only had 5. But if you go before that, he's a strikeout wagon.
Yeah.
8, 7, 7, 12. 6, 10, 9, 9.
Yeah.
Dude can throw Ks.
He shoves.
Yeah, so I'm not saying, like, I don't know if he will get the win today, but dude's going to strike out some people.
Yeah.
And I like him over 7.5. I'm doing it all day long at plus 120. I literally put my money where my mouth is before the show today.
Yeah, I love it. I did too. Paulo Lopez over 7.5 Ks plus 120. I'm all the way in on it. And whenever he pitches, I bet on him. Young Pedro, Brian Bello for the Boston Red Sox over 5.5 Ks. I just love this kid. He's one of my favorite young Boston Red Sox. And he also shoves, much like Pablo. So give me plus money on that. And then Juan Soto over 1.5 bases. He had 2 hits or 2 batted balls yesterday with exit velocities over 100 and expected batting averages over 400, and he did not get a hit. Again, this is a good matchup for the Padres with Gonsolin on the mound, who does not have good peripherals, not good stats. I like Juan Soto here to get his bases over 1. Or I think I put bases. I actually meant hits, run, RBI. Yeah, over 1.5 hits, run, RBI at -145. I think he gets that easy. You know anything else before we get out of here?
No, I'm interested in that Boston Red Sox game today because they're playing the Royals, who won 7 out of 8, and they suck.
Yeah.
Let's say the Royals are not ready to get back to the World Series of the 14-15 years, but they're winning some ball games. That Bobby Witt Jr. in the middle field, he can play.
Bobby Witt Jr.'s had a terrific July, I believe. He's been playing pretty well since the
Salvi Perez looks like he's out with an injured hand, so I think the Red Sox smoke him.
Yeah.
I like the strikeout thing. I didn't have that before, but I am absolutely going to bet
young Pedro, Brian Bello.
As soon as this game is over.
Yeah, I love him. Love the Sox. Love you for watching. Make sure you do it every day because we're live every day, Monday through Friday, sometime around noonish. So make sure you follow at PHNX _bets on Twitter so you know whenever we go live. Throw those notifications on. You can follow me on Twitter at Shawn _pause. You can follow Petey on Twitter at SPetersHockey. Follow the whole shindig on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. Maybe we have a Vine. I don't know. Probably not. Vine's dead. At PHNX _sports. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on our notifications so you know whenever you know we're live. Leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. In the words of Bomani Jones, you leave us a 4-star review. I'm inclined to believe you are a hater. And until tomorrow, peace, love. And young Pedro, Brian Bello, is going to get 5.5 Ks because he's a G.